Hi guys, welcome to Fourth Quarter Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Edward DeMaria, and this week, my special guest is one of my good friends, Henry Pasek. Henry, how are you doing today?
I'm good.
Alrighty, well, this week we've got a pretty two-sided podcast, you know, half football, half basketball, since I know you're not cultured in any of those other real sports. So we're just going to go ahead and start off here, looking at, just going through some of the picks from last week and talking about how Patrick did. So, Thursday night, we both had the Bengals. Nope. Next up, Ravens. That hit. Both picking the Giants. They did not win. I had the Falcons, who I liked my pick until about halfway through the fourth quarter. Patrick had the Cowboys. We both had the Packers. I had the Colts. He had the Vikings. Both had the Titans. Both had the Bills. Both had the 49ers. My lock of the week hit, taking the Rams over the Eagles. He took the Eagles over the Rams, not as a lock, as a regular pick. I took the Broncos. He took the Steelers. Worked out for him. Both took the Bucks. He had the Cardinals over the football team as a lock, so his lock hit as well. So as of now, me and the guests are both 1-1 on locks. Both at the Chiefs, which was closer than I thought it was going to be. We both had the Seahawks, and the Saints lost on Monday night. I don't know how you do that. And then I've just got one question from last week's guess that player. Which player is 10 for 10 receiving with 10 touchdowns in their entire career?
10 for 10.
10 for 10 with 10 touchdowns. Guess it really shows who watched my podcast. Former Patriots linebacker and current Titans head coach Mike Vrabel is a perfect 10 for 10 for 10 touchdowns in his career catching.
I actually do remember you saying
And like 6 of them are in the playoffs as well. That's the best part. He's kind of money. So alright, so what we've got here is I'm just gonna see if I can pull this up real quick. ESPN's NFL Power Rankings here. So we're just going to go through and talk about them a little bit. So, number 1, the Kansas City Chiefs. They play football really well. Unless they're playing a socially awkward 6'8" surfer dude from Oregon. So, but besides from that, it didn't really seem like they were missing any beats. I mean, there were a couple of miscues early on in the offense. The run game didn't look as prominent as we had seen Thursday night, but besides from that,
the first couple throws from Mahomes that were a little iffy.
It seemed
it
seemed rusty, but like I don't understand how you can call it rusty.
But then he
I don't know.
turned it on.
As I described last week's game, it was a very average Patrick Mahomes game. By any other quarterback standard, you looked at and be like, wow, that's a great game. But, you know, it comes to Patrick Mahomes, and it's kind of just like average for him. So, but I think that's how I would describe. I think that's how I describe this week 2's performance as well. Just a very, honestly, not even average, under the radar Mahomes performance.
Yeah, it wasn't anything crazy.
But next up here, the Baltimore Ravens. Hail to the birds.
I mean, man, Lamar, he's good.
Wow, I'm clipping that and saving that on my phone forever. Oh my goodness.
He's
Okay.
really good, but man,
They're running the ball efficiently. Apparently, we have 3 good running backs because Gus Edwards showed up this week. We kind of just fed him in garbage time, but still played great. The way I would describe this week's Ravens game is it didn't really look too much like what we had seen last Sunday against Cleveland, but more or less what we had seen all throughout last year, that heavy running offense with the ability to throw the ball downfield, but this time the ability to throw that ball downfield was more prominent than it had been all of last season.
Yeah, if Lamar can throw the ball, he very, very, very good in this league, and probably another MVP, I would say.
Speaking of MVPs, the Seattle Seahawks pulling off a big Sunday night win against the Patriots after, ironically, the Patriots decided to run the ball on the 2-yard line. I don't understand how they would do that. I mean, I do understand because of everything they've learned from playing the Seahawks, that you should always run the ball on the 2-yard line, but I feel like Marshawn Lynch is a little bit bigger than Cam Newton.
Yeah, but I feel like normally Cam Newton converts on those.
I mean, yeah, it was just a matter. They got into the backfield in that last play, and they were able to, knock Cam Newton off balance, and they just tackled him. So, but besides from that, DK Metcalf, Russell Wilson, they've been airing it out all season. Metcalf's got a pretty strong start to this season. I don't know what else to say. Those 3 teams are pretty set in stone. So honestly, these top 4 teams are pretty set in stone, solid.
Agreed. Oh.
The Green Bay Packers here at 2-0. Aaron Rodgers is not only exploding and turning defenses into, like those wooden blocks that toddlers throw around at each other, but Aaron Jones is having a phenomenal season as well. And Devontae Adams was injured at some point in that game, and still got it done.
Yeah, I mean, they were down too. They were down in the Lions, and the Lions choked. They let him come back and win that game, which is
I mean, this is also the Lions. They surrendered it was like 7 fourth-quarter leads last season and lost all those games. Yeah.
That is fair.
See, I don't understand how this works. Number 5, the Saints. They blew a 10. I didn't say they blew a 10-point lead. They forfeited a 10-point lead to the Raiders on the road at the Raiders' new stadium, Death Star, without Michael Thomas. Completely understandable, except for the part where it's the Raiders and people were demanding that if he wasn't on IR, Marcus Mariota should have come in for quarterback.
Yeah. Hey, Derek Carr, he balled. He did ball. He played well.
Yeah, I mean, Derek Carr played well. Darren Waller played better. But really? Really, New Orleans? This is what we're gonna do this year? We're gonna surrender easily winnable games on the road to Josh Jacobs and Derek Carr, and this is without Michael Thomas. I mean, Drew Brees legitimately could not throw the ball more than like 5 yards down the field.
The age is coming up on
it out. It's a steep curve, and he's fallen off that cliff pretty quickly.
It is. I mean, the thing is that when he has Michael Thomas, you got that 5-yard threat.
Yeah.
Without him, it's a little rough.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they gave him I don't know, 6 of the Bills. Josh Allen knows how to throw a football, something that we didn't know was possible.
Yeah. Josh Allen, if you watch it go, Josh Allen had some really bad throws. Josh Allen had some very bad throws that were open.
I mean, besides from those, he made some nice throws downfield. I mean, Stephon Diggs is currently leading the NFL in receiving yards. But the defense is the defense. It's good. It's pretty much just picked up off where last year left off. And they're running the ball decently efficiently too, which is not something you like to see from a team that's been talked up to wanting to air the ball out a lot.
Yeah, they did only win by 3 though. It was closer.
Dolphins did come back at the end. Number 7, the Los Angeles Rams. Jared Goff is playing like a superstar, I think. I don't know. Nobody really does, if I'm being honest with you. He's kind of just there. He throws the football, and then they give it to Cam Akers, who was out, as well as Malcolm Brown.
Yeah. Tyler Higbee played really well.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you can if you can keep moving the ball like they have, and their defense keeps playing well like they have, I don't know what to tell you. Although I will say one thing that I don't want to say troubled me, but it looked like a little bit out of touch was it might not be on the behalf of the Rams, but it could just be on behalf of the Eagles, was the fact that after surrendering 8 sacks to the football team, the Rams weren't really able to get in that backfield much, which means that if you're going to be doubling Aaron Donald every single play, you're obviously going to need some other guys, Michael Brockers, to get back there. So, I mean, it's not a problem now because they're 2-0 and winning and up 10 spots. But pass rush might become an issue. For them. They didn't have any trouble. They haven't had any trouble really stopping the run. So, but pass rush might become an issue unless Aaron Donald can start breaking through double teams all day.
But on the offensive side, to be fair, they were playing the Eagles. That secondary is bad.
Number 8 is the Titans. Ryan Tannehill had a phenomenal game. So did Jonnu Smith. But I am a little concerned because as run-oriented as their offense is, they haven't been looking to the run so much as they have been throwing the ball, and Tannehill's been doing a good job throwing the ball off that play action. But it's their defense late in the game that concerns me.
Yeah, every team it makes a little comeback.
Yeah, like the Broncos. I mean, the Broncos never really had to come back because their defense was holding the Titans as well. But they surrendered like 10-ish points in the second half that could have been very easily avoidable by just, playing a little bit more conservative and, not giving up big plays and, just giving them short passes, and then just allowing Gardner Minshew to walk down the field those last couple of, just pick them apart those last couple of drives. But besides from that, they're playing football efficiently.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah.
Alrighty, we're gonna. I don't know how I feel about the 49ers.
I disagree with this. I disagree with it a lot.
They dropped down 6 spots from, what would that be, 3. And they're here at 9. Not only are they at 1-1, who do they have left that's not injured? Brandon Ayuk.
I mean, George Kittle is not severely injured like the others. So
that's fair.
He's still there. He's supposed to play this week.
Nick Mullins also loves feeding the ball to him. But besides from that,
Sherman? No.
You're telling me washed system cornerback Richard Sherman? The New England Patriots are down 9 spots after losing a close game by 5.
They went down 1 spot. They were at. Oh no, they did.
No, they went down 9 spots.
Dang.
I mean, wait. No, they went down 1 spot.
Yeah, they were at 9. It says they went down.
Alright, that makes this drop a little more sensible. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, they lost a close game to a good team. The defense played a lot better than I thought they were going to. In regards to, like, how the Seahawks have been doing. They created some turnovers.
Yeah, but Stephon Gilmore, man, he didn't have a single touchdown scored in last year. DK Metcalf.
Get cooked them, man.
54-yard touchdown.
Even close. No. Alrighty, we're out of the top 10, so we're just going to speed run through these. Steelers at 11, Cardinals at 12, Raiders at 13, Cowboys at 14, Bucks at 15, Colts at 16, Bears at 17, Chargers at 18, Vikings at 19, Texans at 20, Eagles at 21, 22 are the Falcons, the Browns at 23, Broncos at 24, football team at 25, Jaguars at 26, Lions at 27, Dolphins at 28, Giants at 29, 30th are the Panthers, 31st are the Bengals, and the New York Jets at 32.
Terrible.
Yeah, no, they're not good. Okay. So next up here, just some standard good old game picks. Just who do you have? Who do you think is gonna win? Who do you think is gonna not lose? More specifically,
There's some good games this week. Some good games.
Yeah, games are either gonna be complete one-sided games or really close. I don't think there's any games that have solid upset potential this week. There's only one or two. But so right now, what we're looking at, I'm at 1-1 with my locks. I took the Eagles in the first week, that missed, and the Rams last week, that hit. Guests are at 1-1 as well. Colts in the first week missed. Cardinals in the second week hit. So I've already made my picks. I just went down the list, so I don't think I missed any games, but I've already picked my lock. I've already got everything. So first game, Jaguars versus Dolphins. Who do you think is going to win?
I got my very own Miami Dolphins.
I was already starting typing it before you even said it.
I gotta.
I have the Jaguars.
Okay.
Here's my reason why. It's not so much about the Dolphins, but more or less about the Jaguars.
I agree with that. I think Gardner mentioned it.
Because they're playing in Jacksonville, where they do have fans. So that creates a little bit of an environment, which is very interesting, because besides from last week, but even then that was at home, teams really haven't seen much of that. So I feel like that first game that they play on the road with fans in the stadium could be a little difficult.
Yeah, because our first week, we played New England, but they didn't have any fans, so it'll be different, definitely.
And but also the fact that this very well could be Ryan Fitzpatrick's last week as the starter, but I don't think it will, because I think he'll play good enough to keep his job through Seattle.
Yeah, that I also personally don't want Tua having his first game at Seattle.
No, that's not. You don't want to throw. I mean, unless you really want to trial by fire it and see.
Yeah,
that's just not. That's just like a morale booster thing. You just don't want to do.
Yeah, I think you wait a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think we show up tonight. We played well against the Bills. We did. It's better. It's getting better.
Next up, Bears at the Falcons. In Atlanta, no fans, I don't think.
I got Atlanta.
Yeah.
They're just. I mean, they blow it, but they're not blowing it. I don't think they're blowing it to Trubisky.
Yeah, no, I've got Atlanta too. As fun as Magic Mitch has been, no, I think Calvin Ridley racks up another 115 yards and 2 more touchdowns on 10 catches or whatever. I don't know, something ridiculous like that. Next up, the Rams at the Bills. Still no fans for the Bills. I've got the Rams in this game because I am riding that team hard till the end. I am taking them to the promised land and back. They're going all the way as far as I'm concerned because they look good.
This is a hard one. This is a good game. This is gonna be a good game. But I think I'm gonna have to agree with you. I think the Rams pull it out because I think Jared Goff has another good week. I think, and if Jared Goff performs, I think they could be really good.
Yeah. Next up, football team at Cleveland.
I got Cleveland. I mean, football team is. That first game was a fluke. They're bad. I think Dwayne Haskins is bad.
I don't. I have the football team in this game because I witnessed what witnessing, being able to look at the Ravens front seven and saying that we were able to do to Baker Mayfield on that offensive line, not a strong comparison. Being able to look at what the Bengals did to him in that offensive line, and then looking at what the football team did to not only, obviously a battered Eagles offensive line, but a decent Arizona line. I mean, like, they weren't able to get to Kyler Murray much because he kind of just runs around. He's really small and hard to tackle. But they got in there. They got some pressures.
Yeah. The thing with the football team for me is that they start out bad every game. Even against Philly, they had to come back. Against the Cardinals, it was 17-0.
I mean, that's what you get with the Ron Rivera experience.
Yeah, you're not coming back. So I think Baker starts out well, and Odell has a big game. And Odell has his first big game. Or the running backs just go off again, and Baker does absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I mean, if what they're gonna do is sit back and let them run and just run the ball and try and establish a run game, that front, not even the front seven, just the front four, front five is pretty good at not only getting two quarterbacks but also stopping the run. So
yeah.
Alrighty, the Titans at the Vikings.
I got Tennessee. I got the Titans in this one. I think Ryan Tannehill has another good game, but I think Derrick Henry shows up. I think this is where we see King Henry.
So for this next game, I sat and I've changed my answer for this about 4 times in the last 3 days. Raiders at Patriots.
Wait, who do you have in Tennessee, Minnesota?
Oh, I have the Titans. Yeah, it's not going to be close. Raiders at Patriots. Because I've got the Raiders.
I got New England. I hate them, but I got New England.
I think that they're going to ride momentum. And I think that they're going to go in New England, and I think that they're going to come out running the ball quite efficiently. Not necessarily between the tackles. I think they're going to run it outside a lot, stretch the field, create opportunities down the middle, and force the not so strong linebacking core that consists of whatever 7th round draft pick Bill Belichick is starting. That's going to be an all pro in about 3 years, and old Dante Hightower.
No, he's out. He's not.
Oh, that's right. So whatever other 7th round linebacker that Belichick's starting, that's going to be that's going to be like a 6-time Pro Bowler in his career. I don't know. It's ridiculous. How about I've got the Raiders?
I think Cam plays well. I don't know. I think Cam runs on them.
I mean, we didn't really see anything special from the Raider defense, but
yeah.
I mean, it could just be Drew Brees is regressing and becoming terrible at football, but I don't know. Alrighty,
Sure.
Niners at Giants.
I got the Giants. After picking up Devontae Freeman, I got the Giants. Devontae Freeman is a quality running back in this NFL.
After picking up Devontae Freeman on my fantasy team, I also have the Giants. So
I picked up Devontae Freeman.
Oh, I have Deion Lewis. He's supposed to get the majority of the touches. So suck it, nerd.
Okay then.
Bengals at Eagles.
I think Joe Burrow wins this game.
Yeah, I've got the Bengals.
I got Burrow. He might have to throw 60 passes again, but he will.
He might have to throw. Not even. No, there's no way that the Eagles secondary is gonna hold him to 40 out of 60 passes. No, he's gonna have to throw like 40 and he'll be fine. He'll get it done.
35.
I'm telling you, I've said it before and I've said it again. This is the week that Joe Burrow goes off for 350 yards and 3 touchdowns. An absolute air raid performance from the Bengals.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Houston at Pittsburgh.
I got Pittsburgh. I think they're good this year. I really do. I think Big Ben. They're also at home, but I think Big Ben is not back to Super Bowl Big Ben, but
we're never. I don't think we'll ever see Super Bowl Big Ben again. Ever since he gave up drugging women in bars and masturbating, I don't think we'll ever get back to that prime Ben Roethlisberger form. But I think that Houston is going to win out of pure spite from the fact that people are writing them off because they've played literally the best two teams in the league the last 2 weeks and lost games by a lot. So I think I have Houston winning this one purely out of spite and spite alone.
I think the thing with Watson is really good. Like, Watson, I think, is a top 5 quarterback. But the Pittsburgh defense is good. And I think T.J. Watt gets to him at least once. I think T.J. Watt gets a sack in this game.
Yeah, I mean, T.J. Watt, what more can you expect? Alrighty, these next couple of games are doozies, so we're just going to go through them. New York at Indianapolis. I've got the Colts winning that one because it's the Jets.
It's the Jets.
Panthers at Chargers. I've got the Chargers with Justin Herbert starting this week because...
Is he starting?
Well, besides from mutiny on their own quarterback, I don't think that the Chargers really know what they're doing, as their team doctor literally tried to kill Tyrod Taylor last week.
This is true.
I don't think you can play on a 1 week turnaround from a punctured lung.
I think I'm going Chargers too.
I don't think that's something that you can just do. Correct me if I'm wrong though. Tampa Bay at Denver. I've got the Bucks.
Yeah, I got the Bucks too. There's no way.
As much as I love Jeff Driscoll, the greatest quarterback of all time, they're not playing the Steelers this week, so unfortunately it's going to look like regular season Nick Foles.
I don't got Jeff Driscoll.
Neither do I, no. Lions at Cardinals.
Kyler Murray is so...
So remember, while you're going through it, you need a lock of the week. Okay, I'm sorry. Cowboys at Seahawks. I've got the Seahawks.
I got Seattle at home. It's a good game, though. It's a very good game. But I got Seattle. I think it's too good.
Packers at Saints on Sunday Night Football. I took the Packers purely based off of A, what Aaron Rodgers has been doing, and B, what Drew Brees has not been doing.
I think if Kamara plays well, they could win, but I gotta go Green Bay here. Because just the production from Aaron Jones it's amazing. He's playing so well, and then you do that little play action, you got a touchdown.
And finally, coming up on my lock of the week, I've got the Ravens beating the... I'm kidding. No, I didn't... No, I do have the Ravens beating the Chiefs. And that is A, a biased answer, and B, an unbiased answer. Sorry, I meant A, a biased answer, and B, a biased answer. I know you have the Chiefs. I actually didn't even need to type that in. I already had it typed in on this list. I already had the Dolphins typed in. I already had Kansas City typed in for you. Why do I think the Ravens are going to win? Because we're too good to lose. Why do I think the Chiefs are going to lose? Because they almost did last week if it weren't for Anthony Lynn becoming Andrew Reid with clock management. So you need a lock of the week. My lock of the week. So the rule for lock of the week is you cannot pick the Cardinals or the Colts. So that means that you cannot pick the Colts to beat the Jets, which is kind of a tough loss, and you cannot pick the Cardinals to beat the Lions, also a tough loss. On the other hand, I cannot pick the Eagles to beat the Bengals, which I didn't have anyway, and I can't pick the Rams to beat the Bills, which I have, but I'm not going to pick. My lock of the week, week 3, I have on Sunday Night Football the Packers lock. 100%. Take your life savings, second mortgage on your house, everything. Put it on the Packers beating the Saints this week.
Wow, that's bold.
There is absolutely no way that the Saints are able to do anything against not even a good or a decent, not even a good or an above average, a decent front seven for the Packers with the run. And Drew Brees could not throw the ball against the Raiders last week. Now, granted, that was on the road in the Death Star. This is at home in the Superdome. Still no fans, and I still don't see it. Packers lock of the week.
I like it, though. I mean, my lock of the week is Atlanta over Chicago. I got the Falcons over the Bears. I don't care about the record. It's Trubisky. I mean, Matt Ryan scored. He was up 26-7.
There's some very interesting locks this week. Nobody went like Tennessee over Minnesota, or what was the other one? There was two I was thinking. It was like Tennessee over Minnesota, or no, I guess it was. Well, it was the Colts over the Jets, but you can't pick the Colts. So.
But I got the Falcons. I was thinking about Miami tonight, but I think that's gonna.
I will say I contemplated both last week and this week locking the Ravens. The only reason I haven't is because I'm waiting to lock them for a game later on. You will see me make that pick, and you will look at me and you'll think, what the hell is this guy doing? Because it is a phenomenal lock.
I mean, I still got it. I got it.
Yeah. Alrighty. So that's it for football until later. So last night we saw, as Post Malone put it best, White Iverson, I'm balling on you. I'm saucing on you. White Iverson himself, Tyler Herro, go off for 27 points against the 37 off the bench against the Boston Celtics in Game 4, putting them up 3-1 in the Eastern Conference Finals. And oddly enough, going up 3-1 hasn't exactly been, something that like you're celebrating, because for some reason only 4 out of the 6 3-1 leads that have been held have been won, but only one of not even one of them. What was it? Only one of them has been won by the team that was up 3-1.
Yeah.
When they don't win 4-1. So it's pretty much either win 4-1 or you lose, because
the thing is with the Heat, and obviously, I mean, that's my team, so I was stoked last night. I was so happy. My mom was sleeping, so I didn't want to yell, but I was very happy. Tyler Herro, I mean, he said it in the Kentucky game. He said it to the other team. He said, I'm a bucket. He was not lying.
You're a walking bucket.
He is a bucket. But I think what's going to happen is that the Celtics, fall apart a little bit. And you saw it last game. Jason Tatum's first half, he didn't score. He didn't score a single point. So I think they choke a little bit, and I think Miami moves on to the finals.
I mean, yeah, if Miami somehow finds a way to not make it to the finals after everything they've done, sweeping the Pacers against my bubble MVP TJ Warren, beating the number 1 seed and the best team in the NBA statistically, the Bucks 4-1.
Yeah.
How can you not? You have the opportunity. It's wide open. Heat in the finals against what will probably end up being, depending on how tonight's game goes, what'll probably be Heat Lakers in the finals.
But you can't say that yet.
I know I can't, but I'm going to. It's gonna be a swan song for the ages.
I mean, it would be an amazing thing to see, but as a Heat fan, I don't want to see see it because I don't want to see LeBron in the finals.
Well, but it comes down
against
to
his former team.
it comes down to would you rather see LeBron in the finals against his former team or Jamal Murray in the finals? Like we've seen what Jamal Murray can do under like the most minor spotlight that we're giving him, and then you put him on the biggest stage in the world, and all of a sudden he becomes Michael Jordan. I mean, putting up what was it back to back 40-point games to beat the Clippers, or he chokes.
But the thing with LeBron is that I don't care who you have on him, you cannot guard him.
Yeah,
he is scoring 15 plus a game with rebounds and like assists. That's how it's gonna work. The question is Anthony Davis. Now the thing with the Heat is that they match up well with both teams because Bam Adebayo would guard Anthony Davis and Jimmy Butler would guard LeBron. They're both great defenders. They can both block. But I think LeBron and Anthony Davis is a better version of Bam and Jimmy.
It's just like, yeah, it's like a tale of two cities. Like, you know, you can, I don't actually know what that book's about. I haven't read it. You know, it kind of just sounds cool to make a reference like that.
True.
But it's kind of like, you know, if you're gonna cover up one cannon, is the other one gonna fire stronger? Like,
yeah,
you can shut down LeBron and only hold him to like 11 points, 6 rebounds, and like 4 assists. Or if you hold LeBron like 11 points and 6 rebounds, he's gonna get like 15 assists, and Anthony Davis is gonna drop 40. And if you hold down Anthony Davis, then LeBron James is gonna, I don't know, turn into like, you know, whatever version of him we saw in Miami back in 2012, and just start hitting 3-pointers left and right.
Yeah, that was a nice time.
So like it really just depends like how do you want to lose? It's not a matter of, you know, how do you cover them. It's just a matter of like how do you want to lose at this point.
Yeah, but the thing is that I think if the Heat make it to the finals, which could very well
the door's
happen,
open. It's wide open. They just have to take the step and walk through it.
So I think if they do, I think there's a good shot they win because of the story that they came up to. They were the 5 seed. If it wasn't a bubble, they wouldn't have had home games first, and they beat the Bucks. Like Giannis. I mean, I know he got hurt, but Giannis still.
Yeah.
It's just momentum. They are up and they are moving along every team.
And I mean, you can make like the whole Giannis got injured argument. They didn't win a game until after Giannis got injured.
True.
Like they were up 3-0 with Giannis. I mean, then he got injured in game 4, and then they won. And they were up 3-1. Chris Middleton went off. And they just beat him in game 5, and they just said, "All right, it's cute." But
I think they move on. I do. Yeah. I think they move on. And I think if the Nuggets win tonight, it's a series.
If the Nuggets win tonight, I think that they will win it all, mainly because of the fact that the Lakers messed up and did not let them win game 1. Because that's been their whole strategy the entire time. They haven't actually just blown games 1 of the semis and the quarters to the Heat and the Trailblazers. I'm convinced that LeBron threw both of those games to give himself an underdog mentality so he could go and ball the hell out against those 2 teams.
He could do that same thing then.
And he's probably going to still do the same thing against the other teams.
But
I don't know what to tell you.
The thing is with this series is that if you look, it's not LeBron. I mean, LeBron is having amazing games. He's scoring like 20 points and like 10 assists and some rebounds. But it's really Anthony Davis who's doing the scoring. But the reason why they lost this past game 3 was because of the rebounding. Yeah. They got 4 rebounds.
Out-rebounded. Yeah, it's just... if you don't rebound the ball, you don't get it back. I don't know what to tell you.
Like, out-rebounded by 19.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Alrighty. Here is the fun part, because you're going to struggle here, and I'm going to laugh, because I went through this, and I thought about these, and I said, wow. I genuinely think I could get all of these if given these circumstances. All 4 of them. All 4 of them, by the way. Exactly. So let me pull something up to keep track of your points here. So you get 4 points if you get it right on the first try, and then you get a guess after every hint.
Okay.
I guess that works. So we're gonna start off with the legends category. There's 3 of these players. You get position, then the college they went to, and then their accolades in the NFL. No college accolades except for the last guy, and then the team they were drafted by. That's key. Players move around a lot, so they have a lot of teams, but it's who drafted them. But most of these players are pretty much known for the teams that, with the exception of, one of these guys, most of them are, actually 2 of them, are pretty much known for the teams that they were drafted by.
Yeah, the whole thing for me is the college. I don't know.
Yeah, so the first up is, he's a running back. So running back, legends, that's what you get. If you don't have a guess, that's fine. You can choose to just skip and get another.
It might as well just throw one out there. Barry Sanders.
No, it's not Barry Sanders. He went to Miami, the U.
Oh, Frank Gore.
No.
What?
So all the legends players are retired. They're not in the NFL anymore.
I'm stupid.
The randoms could be, so all the legends are retired. They're done. They're out of the league. All of the current players are currently still in the league, and all of the random players can be retired, current, random undrafted rookies from this year. Like literally any player that's ever played in the league. So third up, you're gonna get is that he's a 4-time Pro Bowler, 2-time First Team All-Pro, 1999 Rookie of the Year, and a member of the NFL's 2000s Decade Team. So my next hint's gonna really make it seem like it's Frank Gore, but I promise it's not. He played for the Colts. Running back, Miami, accolades, Colts.
Colts running back? That's not.
1999 Rookie of the Year. 4-time Pro Bowler, 2-time First Team All-Pro.
Is it easy? I feel like it's easy.
It's a little hard. It's not terrible. It's not like.
I feel like when I hear the name, I'm gonna know it.
You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Edgren James.
I have no
Starting
idea
off
who
rough.
that is. I have no idea who that is.
All right, next up is a quarterback.
Okay. Joe Montana.
Now. Played for BYU, Brigham Young University.
I'm just gonna throw one out there. Steve Young. I don't know why.
Yeah, Steve Young.
Really?
Steve Young, 3-time Super Bowl champion, 1-time Super Bowl MVP, 7-time Pro Bowler, 3-time First Team All-Pro, 2-time MVP, 1992 Offensive Player of the Year, drafted by the Buccaneers. So you get 3 points for that. That's a good guess.
I'll take that. I don't know why 49ers quarterbacks were in my head, but they were.
Next up is a fullback.
Is it?
Well, let me tell you this. He is officially listed as a fullback on NFL.com.
I don't know his name, but is it the guy from the Lions? Whatever his name is.
No, it's not. It's not him. Cody Schlesinger.
Yeah.
No, it's not Cody Schlesinger. He went to Syracuse.
Oh, Jim Brown.
Yeah, Jim Brown.
Yeah.
I was waiting. I really wanted you to not get that so I could go 1-time Super Bowl champion, 9-time Pro Bowler,
I got the shirt.
8-time First Team All-Pro, and then just hit you with 1957 Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
So you're up to 6 points through this. So that's the legends. There you go. You made it through the legends.
Okay.
That
was.
So
okay.
now we're on to the current players. All of these players are currently rostered on an NFL team. At number 2 option or higher, so they're no farther than second on the depth chart for their position.
So they're not like insanely.
Except for like wide receivers, but there aren't any wide receivers.
Yeah, even second.
Yeah. So the first is a linebacker.
Oh. Clowney.
No. They're out of USC.
Who played for USC? I don't know. Bobby Wagner.
They're a one-time Super Bowl champion and one-time Super Bowl MVP. That's it. That's their entire accolades.
Oh, wait, what?
That's it. That's all they have. That's the only notable thing. No Pro Bowls, no All Pros, not even second team. No award winners, no Walter Payton Man of the Year awards, nothing. One-time Super Bowl champion, one-time Super Bowl MVP.
Can you tell me when the Super Bowl was?
2015. No, 14. 2014. Yeah.
God, I was 9. Literally 9.
Well, let's tell you. You want the team they were drafted by?
Yeah.
The Seahawks.
Seahawks were in the Super Bowl in 2014.
They were. They played the Broncos.
They were.
Yeah. Malcolm Smith. Super Bowl.
How did Malcolm Smith win an MVP?
He plays for the. Oh, he had like a touchdown. Yeah. And like 12 tackles. All right, next up is a running back. Halfback, actually. Running halfback.
What's the difference?
Not much. A letter.
In the league right now. Ezekiel Elliott.
No. Running back out of Oklahoma.
I don't know.
They are. Here we go. I have to expand my note sheet for this one because it goes on for a little bit. All right. 2012 MVP, 2012 Offensive Player of the Year, 4-time First Team All-Pro, 7-time Pro Bowler, 2010 All-Decade Team, 2007 Rookie of the Year, and the NFL record 296 rushing yards in the game. Adrian Peterson. Yeah. So that's 2 more.
I was literally gonna be my exact first.
You want to see instead? All right. This one's interesting. This is a quarterback.
Like QB?
QB. They throw the football.
Yeah.
It's a starter or backup quarterback that's currently playing in the NFL.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's only like 64 of them.
Teddy Bridgewater.
No, not Teddy Bridgewater. He went to Delaware. One of six players drafted from Delaware in like the last 40 years.
Delaware game. Jeff Driscoll.
No, good guess though. I like that one.
I thought you were gonna throw that in.
Accolades. There's only 3 of them. 2008 Rookie of the Year, 1-time Super Bowl champion, 1-time Super Bowl MVP.
That's it?
That's it. I don't know what to tell you, man. That's all they've done.
So he had a good year as a rookie. And he had a good year. 2008? Bro, I was 3. I watched the NFL in 2008.
Oh, I was.
You were 5.
Yeah, I went to an NFL game when I was 5, and I distinctly remember this player.
You were 5 and I was 3. That's 2 more years. That's quite a
Okay.
bit.
Fake your guess. You're not gonna get it.
Matt Moore.
No, it's not Matt Moore. They were drafted by the Ravens. This is the easiest question. That was the giveaway.
Oh, I hate you.
You're a dumbass.
I hate you. It's Flacco.
It's Joe Flacco, the greatest quarterback to ever walk the face of the earth.
Flacco.
1 point. You get 1 point.
I knew, no, like, of course he was one of the 6 who went to Delaware. is
Drafted out of Delaware. You were like he had one good season when he was a rookie, and then he had one more good season. I was like, there's like one dude that's ever done this, except for Mark Sanchez.
Yeah, the Indians.
Oh, I should have done Sanchez. That would have been a great pick. All right, these are the random players. They can literally be any player. The only exception that I will make is it's not, but I was gonna put Dwayne The Rock Johnson on here. It can be any player to ever play a single snap in the NFL.
Okay.
So first up is a defensive end.
Brock Lesnar.
Who?
Brock Lesnar.
No, it's not him. No.
I thought you were gonna throw him in.
No,
there.
out of Texas Southern University.
What position is he?
Defensive end. Random.
Just keep going.
One-time Super Bowl champion, 7-time Pro Bowler, 4-time first-team All-Pro, 2001 Defensive Player of the Year, and 2000's All-Decade Team.
I wasn't alive.
There's one more hint if you want it.
Lawrence Taylor.
Lawrence Taylor played in the 80s.
That's what I thought, but I don't know.
The last hint I can give you, though, is he did play for the Giants.
Defensive end for the...
And I have one more hint, but I'll actually... Yeah. The only other hint I can give you is it's Mr. Gaptooth himself.
Oh.
You can see his face, can't you?
Yeah, I can. I can see his...
You want me to tell you who it is?
No, I'm getting it. Michael Strahan.
Michael Strahan, there you go.
Yeah,
I'll give you a point for that.
Michael Strahan.
Actually, no, you don't get a point for that. You didn't get it. I had to give you all the hints. All right.
Oh, Gaptooth, come on.
I gave you extra. I should dock you a point for that.
Nah,
I gave you 5. Nah, you get no points.
It's a random player.
Okay,
you should give me an extra.
Next up is a running back.
Gale Sayers.
No. Out of Miami. The U.
Frank Gore.
Frank Gore.
Really?
Yeah. Drafted by the 49ers. 5-time Pro Bowler. So that's what, 3 points?
Yeah.
Puts it to 12.
You know why I really know the Frank Gore
Why?
in Miami? Because when he played for the Dolphins, every time we get the ball, we'd go, you.
So next up is a quarterback.
Brock Osweiler.
No. They're out of Notre Dame. Joe Montana. Yeah. 4-time Super Bowl champion, 3-time MVP, 8-time Pro Bowler, 3-time first team All-Pro, 2-time MVP, 1989 Offensive Player of the Year, 1986 Comeback Player of the Year, 2-time Sports Illustrated Athlete of the Year, 1980s All-Decade Team, and was a member of the 75th anniversary all-time, 75th and 100th anniversary all-time team. Which I also didn't get to that part for Jim Brown because he was a 1-time champion, 9-time Pro Bowler, 8-time first team All-Pro, 3-time MVP, 1957 Rookie of the Year, the 1960s All-Decade Team, but was a part of the 50th, 75th, and 100th anniversary all-time team. All right, the next player has 2 positions. He is officially listed on NFL.com as a quarterback / running back.
Taysom Hill.
Who?
Taysom Hill.
No. He's listed as a quarterback / tight end.
He's everything. He can be
this player is from Michigan.
Jabril Peppers.
What? No. He played defense. All right, this is the only player that actually... I know, I just did the thing. There we go. This is the only player that didn't do anything notable in the NFL, so he actually has, I've got 1-time first team All-American, 2010 Big Ten Offensive Player of the Year, and
college?
two-time first-team All Big Ten. He was only good in college.
Wait, is All-American high school?
No, it's college. The All-American team is college. Actually, it might be college. It might be high school. He didn't do
high school.
Yeah, he played.
If I'm thinking.
Yeah, the All-American.
For basketball, it's McDonald's All-American.
Yeah, no, that's probably high school. He played on the Jaguars though.
And what position is he?
Quarterback / running back.
What are his accolades?
One-time first-team All-American, 2010 Big Ten.
There's nothing in the NFL.
No, nothing in the NFL. Nothing.
And he's a what?
He's a quarterback / running back.
Of course he got drafted to the Jaguars.
He only
in
played.
What round? 7?
I can look.
He played. Wait, what were you gonna say? He played.
He only played like 3 seasons. All right, let's see. I've got him here. He ran a 4.39 at the combine. Sorry, he played wide receiver, running back, and quarterback for the
All 3?
Yeah. Let's see. He was drafted with the 135th pick in the 5th round. I mean, to call this guy a no one is...
By the Jaguars.
He also coached at Jacksonville University and is the offensive quality control position coach for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That's not a thing.
2000. No, so I think All-American does refer to college. Yeah, the college All-American team, because he made that in 2010.
Doesn't even matter.
You want to know his NFL stats? Not that it's gonna help.
Yeah.
1,000 rushing yards, 47 receptions, 310 receiving yards, 155 return yards, and 5 touchdowns. He played 3 years in the NFL from 2013 to 2016.
I don't even know.
You want to know? You want to know who it is?
Yeah.
Denard Robinson. He's famously known for never tying his shoelaces before a single game of football. He would always tuck his shoelaces in because it claimed to make him run faster. So,
Denard Robinson?
Denard Robinson, yeah. He played for
I'm never going to forget that name.
So originally I had Tom Brady here, but I was like, no, that's too easy. So I went through the other Michigan quarterbacks and I found Denard Robinson. By the way, I had no idea who this guy was before I looked at this either, so.
Who does? His family probably doesn't even.
That's terrible. Alrighty.
I'm joking.
That's all we have a time for, because it's 5:50 and scheduled here. Ending it off with Denard. I'm really surprised that you didn't just automatic quick trigger Lamar Jackson for that last one. When I said quarterback / running back.
But you said, I mean, okay, that's fine. He is a running back. You know, because he's running back / quarterback.
He's running back / quarterback.
That's why.
Alright, I got you. But I guess that's kind of it. Thanks for coming. Do you have anything else you want to say?
Thanks for having me. It was fun.
No problem. Alrighty. I guess that's it. This is my guest, Henry. He came on. He was here. No, he was a blast to have. I'm Edward DeMaria of the Fourth Quarter Sports Podcast. I'll see you next week. Go Jaguars tonight.
Hey.
That's it.